Top 10. Oh my god, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me this is how this video ends. Hello, greetings to you all. Angel here. In this episode, we'll be drawing for an artifact. You know, we rarely draw, so I figured we'd make an episode out of that too. We've chosen Winter's Edge, so hopefully we'll get it in 142 keys. Yes, if we don't get it, I think I'll use some gems. I usually save gems, you know, for the riches of the forest, but I think if we're close, if we don't get it, I think it's worth a try. Because I'm just missing a 5th artifact for my cavalry that would deal damage. What can I tell you? I have a little concern. I won't deny that I have a little concern about this artifact. And what are my concerns? As you can see, we have extra HP here. Once we max out this artifact, we'll have a 33% HP boost, which, let's face it, is a fantastic bonus. However, for my account, this bonus might not be so good. Why might this bonus not be good for my account? I'd definitely prefer attack. You know, an account like mine, which doesn't have any copies yet, doesn't have sips and other such things, I can't always shoot down multiple legions at once when I run into them, so attack would definitely be better for me here. I think we're all familiar with the situation with attack and HP. Mages, of course, found themselves in a similar situation, right? The difference is that mages had additional HP below. So they had a bit more of that attack anyway. However, anyone who plays mages can tell you that additional HP, first of all, takes away the damage I personally would like to have on my cavalry. And additional damage means additional merit. I think many people playing as mages also swap their crown for, say, a Phoenix Eye just to get more credit for Thandarin Talay's march. So I wonder if this cavalry artifact will have a similar problem. I think players who already have copies and have SVPs won't experience this problem. However, with an account like mine, who knows if I'll be able to one-shot 2 or 3 legions of mages who will be somewhere behind. As you know, I'll be hunting for now. I'm not ready to run into crowds like that yet, so that's my playstyle. So I had a bit of a dilemma. Is it worth getting this artifact, or would it be better for me to get Springblades? Yes, Springblades have massive damage, a fantastic effect for Emrys, and they have double the attack, giving me a better chance of one-shotting enemies, so I don't know what you think. Yes, let me know what you think. In terms of damage alone, would Springblades be better? I think they'd be better for my account. However, we don't have Springblades to choose from on this forge. We don't have Springblades to choose from. And since I'm a fan of hard CC, I like something like that, right? I like to freeze the opponent. Maybe at level 1 we'll freeze the opponent. Actually, level 1 freezes the opponent for 5 seconds, and level 5 for 5 seconds as well. Well, that's definitely interesting. So the damage only increases and the defense ignore increases. We don't have that much defense ignore in the game yet. Our new Kuma, the biggest nightmare for everyone right now, is the Kuma draining HP. It doesn't have much defense, so if not through HP, then maybe defense will be able to break through Kuma. Agnar also has defense penetration, which can be really powerful. These two bonuses should stack. So I think Agnar should be able to deal with Kuma, but we'll see. Will Agnar defeat Kuma in open field? That's my Agnar, right? Like 5511 in the first level of the artifact. Will it be able to defeat the Kuma? We'll do that test, of course, but that'll be in the next video. In this video, I wanted to share my thoughts on Winter's Edge for an account like mine. I think that if someone can't maneuver cavalry legions that well and dedicate a lot of time to them, and just runs in like that, then honestly, I don't know if, for example, Wolfhole Horn wouldn't be better for that kind of run. We'll find out when someone has level 5 of Winter Sec and level 5 of Wolf Howl. And only then will we know which artifact is better for that kind of run. An artifact that grants double attack, an artifact with more attack, or an artifact with more HP. So that's my conundrum. In any case, I think I can afford to try and pull out this artifact. I'll repeat myself. I like artifacts that stop enemies, that slow them down significantly. That's something I really love. And that's why I decided to take a spin around Winter's Edge. You know, I like to think before I act. And since it's free to play, I have to think before I spend my gems or keys, which are hard, really hard to get on an account like that, but I think we can try. So let's move on to the draw. And let's see if we can get at least level 1 Winter. For now, I want to reach level 1. We'll see if I can, so, fingers crossed. Here we go with the draw. Top 10. Oh my god, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me this is how this movie ends. Would I? Aw. Okay, but we're one artifact ahead, right? We've nailed it, we've nailed it. And here I thought there would be a plot twist no one expected. We don't have a gold one here, so let's open them all. It's a shame, a real shame. This would be beautiful. This would be a beautiful, beautiful episode. And now I hope it will still be beautiful. However, we'll release a few more keys in this case. Well, it could have been so beautiful. It could have been truly wonderful. I don't want to skip the animation because we're waiting. Yes, we'll open them one by one. Now I think there should be a legend, right? So, the legend will be there next time. So let's keep our fingers crossed that somewhere around the corner is Winter's Edge. J. 3C5. 6. Oh well, it didn't work this time. We're moving on, right? 50 keys. I don't want to spend gems, honestly, so let's keep our fingers crossed that we manage to get those 50 keys. I prefer to keep the gems, you know, for unlocking copies, but such an artifact would also be useful for my arsenal, right? I think it wouldn't be just for mine. Of course, we'll test whether this artifact is really good. The tests will be in a separate video so as not to mix things up. I think if someone wants to click, I don't know, on the opening, they'll just click on the opening, and if someone wants the tests, they'll just have the tests in a separate video. We don't want to mix things up. Let's click one here to get an even 10. And the last 10 keys. Can we do that? I think we can. Let's click. Oh my. We'll need to use some gems. Unfortunately, I didn't count how many pulls we have behind us, so let's use 6,000. Another 10 will do. That will be 12,000 gems though. An event like this will cost us 12,000. Gems, well, there's no surprise there. We have to have Winter's Edge somewhere. I think it's here, so we'll open it one by one. I think Winter's Edge is under number 1, but it's under number 2. Unless it's also under number 1. Which I'd be really happy with. So, unfortunately, it didn't work out. Let's go back and check how many copies we have left. We're halfway there, right? Another 1,000 and we'll have copies, so it'll definitely be a big moment for this account. Starting at level 60. Now for a few stars. And let's use replays here. because if you sell emblems like these, you get more points. From what I remember, maybe I'm talking nonsense, but something's on my mind. So if you're upgrading artifacts, it's for replays, not emblems. So I'm not sure if I'm saying it right now, but something's on my mind that this is the case. Anyway, let's upgrade this artifact to 6 stars. Let's use those artifacts we got on the way to our new toy. And maybe we can use some I don't know what. I think we'll use the artifact for peacekeeping. So we already have a 6-star winter sec. Okay, let's test our new toy. Let's see how it all works on the dark ones for now, because this is just a quick test to see how this artifact works. Auto cast is disabled, so we'll see if we can, for example, cast it while fleeing, and what its range is. Yes, maybe we'll see what its range is. The range is typical for elves. We'll take a quick look at the report, but that'll be in a moment. Yes, we'll check the report in a moment to see what it looks like. Now we run away, click the artifact. We can escape from Kuma if he's chasing us. 5 seconds is quite a long time, so it looks great. It really looks great. The artifact is absolutely fine. Let's see what buffs we had. Yes, we have 97% HP with this setup. This ability would definitely be useful at level 5 with Fry, so we'll definitely get it. Here we can have an additional 25%. Damage delta. Something wonderful, really. Let's see how the frenzy abilities work. Fry. Well, we get an attack here. Everything stacks very well here. Our artifact also gets a defense break. So you can see that the artifact is tied to Agnar's 4th ability, so it's definitely worth dealing that damage. And here we have damage per share, right? And we have passive damage from this artifact when we get a stack on the 4th ability. This is a very important element of this artifact. We deal damage from the artifact when we get stacks. This is very cool, so I can already see this being a really cool artifact. So the artifact is really cool. Yeah, we can deal this damage once. For 90 seconds, but I still think that this damage boost is really cool. We still have some burst, so I think they could be good. As for that report, we have defense penetration, but only from the artifact, right? Because to penetrate defenses with our frenzy ability, we need enemies around us, so I don't know if this will be a very good hunting hero. However, for some wars, cavalry versus cavalry will definitely be useful, because you know how cavalry warfare works. There's a lot of cavalry around, a lot of infantry on both sides, so in such situations, I'll definitely use this ability to its full potential. However, for hunting, this ability won't guarantee 50% defense penetration. So, personally, I'm happy with this artifact. I think it will serve me very well. I'm also happy with the new pair of cavalry. And honestly, if you want to do cavalry and don't have any marches yet, but want to do one march, then this march really seems good. Of course, there will be PvP tests in another episode, which I invite you to watch now. And in this video, we'll be saying goodbye. You know what to do, hang in there.